Hi guys, I am going to talk with you guys today about a cautionary tale of what can happen to a little bunny when they don't listen to their mom. And that would be the story of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix deveroux. And to help me tell this story today, I have a very, very special guest. Come on over, guest. We have Peter with us himself. Hi Peter, how are you? Oh dear. Well, let's tell them quickly so you can go home like your mother said to do. So, one day, Peter's mom decided that she was going to go to the market. And she left Peter and his siblings at home and told them to stay out of Mr. McGregor's garden. However, Peter was very naughty and didn't listen to his mother. So he went into Mr. McGregor's garden and he ate a bellyful. And actually, he's still a little bit bloated from it. He ate a bellyful from the garden. And he ended up feeling really, really sick afterwards. So he laid down. And while he was laying down, he happened to be spotted by Mr. McGregor. So, Peter, why don't you show us how you ran through the garden? He ran this way and that way and every way and came across several other people that he asked for help on how to get out of the garden, because he ended up being very lost and confused and scared. And at one point, he even lost his jacket. Now, he was jacketless. I hope it wasn't too cold. His mom found him another jacket, but she wasn't very happy about it. So eventually, Peter is able to sneak into a wheelbarrow, and he looks around and he is able to reorient himself with his surroundings, and he runs right past Mr. McGregor, out the gate of the garden, and then he goes home. But he was exhausted from all the running around that he did. So he actually was put to bed by his mom, who figured that he was just off being a little boy and didn't necessarily know the details of his day. But what we can learn from this story is that when we don't listen to our mom and dad, bad things can happen. What would have happened to Peter if he hadn't managed to get out of the garden? Now, he could have ended up just like his dad, and I don't want to talk about what happened to his dad, but it might have involved some pie crust. And that is the story of Peter Rabbit. Now, it falls under the category of traditional literature because, as I tried to share and illustrate with you guys, it teaches a lesson. And the particular lesson of this story is that you should listen to your mom. And there's usually a good reason why your mom says to do things. And in this instance, it was to protect Peter from Mr. McGregor and what Mr. McGregor was capable of doing. Peter was lucky that his only real consequence was losing his shoe and his jacket. And it also falls under the fable category because we're talking about talking animals. And I would like to thank Peter for his help today. Thank you, Peter. But we are going to go now because Peter is going to go help my son fall asleep. I hope you enjoyed this presentation.